Hello, and welcome back to Infamous, the audio podcast. This is Brandon, or Mutilus on Discord.
This is Josh. I go by Grumelzog on Discord.
And you have just tuned in to another riveting episode of Infamous. As usual, Parker's busy polishing his finery silverware, so he can't be here today. Next week, I think he plans on then cleaning the underside of his carpet. I can't remember what he said he was going to do.
Yes, something about tricking children into painting his fence as well, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Cool. All right. So for currently watching/playing, I've been watching basically everything that happens from 1960 to 1986 is what I've bbeen consuming.
That's a pretty
but
good
not like
choice.
Things that were made then. It's things that are set in those times.
Oh, okay.
So it's been I watched the new season of Fallout, and then I've been watching Mad Men, and then I just finished Stranger Things because the final episodes just came out.
I have not caught up on Fallout. I think I'm waiting for it to all be done. Mad Men is on the tentative to-do list, and Stranger Things, I think I only saw the first 2 seasons. And then they took too long to make it, and now I don't give a shit. I am definitely...
That's a fair critique.
I'm one of those people, I'm like, you have to have a quick turnaround. Because, I loved Umbrella Academy.
I mean, it's really until season 4, there was no interruption. It was just on schedule. So, I mean, you really have no complaint except for season 5 and 4 took a long time.
Yeah. But,
so if you stopped after 1 or 2 seasons, then that has nothing to do with the delay.
It's on me, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a fair critique, but, you're just fucking shooting bullets at this point.
Yeah. But even, I loved Umbrella Academy, and I don't think I've seen the final 2 seasons, just because there was, a 2 or 3 year hiatus, and I was just like...
There's 2 more seasons? I thought there was only the 2 seasons.
No, there's 4. Let me double check that I'm not lying.
Yeah, I never went back to finish it. The first season was weird, but interesting.
It was
unique. I think it was the second season I really liked, when it was basically just a bunch of, 5, and there's a lot of, time travel weirdness. That was... Not that was the part I liked, but the show felt more together at that point.
Yes, there are 4 seasons, and I watched the first 2, loved them. There was kind of a big break before 3, and I've just never got around to it. So, but it was unique, right? I always like a good subversion of the superhero genre. Sure. It was something different, and I enjoyed it. So I will eventually get around to watching those. But
yeah. No, I really liked... I want to say it's number 5, the kid, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's definitely
the best character,
I think, to watch the show. Yeah. All the other characters are really flat and boring, but he's, really interesting. So, when you said you're waiting for all of Fallout, you're waiting for the end of the season, correct?
Yes.
Not the whole show?
Yeah, no. I will actively want to watch the show. I'm going to wait for all... I think they're doing 8 episodes this season.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So I'll wait for that.
I think I
did see season 3 is starting filming in May, which is good. Quick little turnaround. So,
Amazon's honestly been kind of killing it lately, with the streaming.
Yeah, I think
they have Invincible, they've got The Boys, they've got Fallout. I want to say there's another show they did really well too.
I'm behind on all those too.
You haven't seen Invincible?
I've seen season 1 of Invincible.
Ooh, okay.
Which is what, 2? I'm 2 seasons behind now, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I saw the first 3 seasons of The Boys, so I'm at least 1, maybe 2 behind. I'm not quite sure there.
I think there's 4 seasons of The Boys out.
So,
and then I think the 5th season is about to drop.
And this will be the final one. They've got the spinoffs, but I think this is the definitive ending of the story.
Yeah.
So.
What's the other show I'm forgetting about? There's another Amazon Prime one. Hopefully this doesn't auto.
I don't know, but I have a YouTube channel I like to watch. It's one of the...
Reacher was also pretty good. It's a little campy, but...
My family begged me to watch Reacher, and I was like, someday, maybe.
I mean, if it's not your thing, I get it, but it just seems like kind of your thing. So,
if he was half naked swinging a sword, I'd be way more interested. I hate to say that, but
oh yeah, Rings of Power. That was another one. I know a lot of people don't like Rings of Power. I liked Rings of Power.
I made it through one episode, and I will never watch it. So,
but yeah, so then I've also started playing Fallout 4.
You liking it?
It's been okay. It hasn't been great. It's this. I tried to pick up New Vegas, and I just can't deal with the art style. Just everything being a different shade of brown is really annoying, and it makes it really hard because it's already in those Bethesda style games. It's hard to tell what is an interactable thing and what isn't.
Yeah.
And so, and I'm very meticulous. Like I have to loot everything. It's just like my D&D brain. It's like check every box.
Yeah.
Get every coin. Like I just have to collect everything, and it's nearly impossible when everything is brown. Like it's just tedious and boring. I just couldn't get into it. Also, like the reason I picked up Fallout because I only played like 10 minutes of Fallout 3, and before that I didn't play the originals. So I just wanted to experience like the Fallout setting, kind of like the TV show, right?
Yeah.
But that's not really New Vegas. New Vegas is like a departure from that because you don't start in a vault. You're not a vault dweller. You're just some guy, and it's the storyline is 100% in the world, but it doesn't have any of like the campy Fallout stuff. At least in the beginning of the game, it's just random wasteland fighting, and like, okay, well this is probably good if you're tired of the typical Fallout, but I haven't. That's what I came here for.
Yeah.
And so Fallout 4 has been a little bit better. The graphics are better. Mostly it's just more colorful. The interface has seemed decent at least. Yeah. So in Fallout 4, I don't know if you played it, but there's an the first mission basically gives you like a jump start into the game.
Yes.
Because you get to wear power armor, you get to get a minigun, you get to fight a Deathclaw, and it like introduces you to like the mid to late game section of what Fallout's supposed to be in the first 10 minutes, which is pretty cool. But then I didn't know what to do because I had no experience in the setting at all. So I just like walked around in my power armor without power, and so it's just like it's like walking in quicksand. Like it's so slow.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, I don't know what to do, and so like I ran out of power. I'm like, what do I do now? And so I was super stringent on all the power cores I had been collecting. I was like, I'm not going to turn on my power armor until I have enough to last me. And so I waited until I had like 25 power cores.
That's far too many, buddy.
I know, right? I was like, I just don't want to waste them. And
Yeah.
so, but then I started finding a bunch of caches, and I was telling my roommate this, but they're very feast or famine, the fusion cores that you find. You either find 0 or 4, it seems like. And so it's like, well, I wish they would just spread these out more evenly so I would know what the pacing is going to be. Because you'll go 2 hours without finding one, and then you'll find 6. I'm like, okay, well, I guess. I like how customizable the guns are. I didn't expect that.
Yes, that is a definite upgrade. I have yet to decide whether I like the Fallout 4 power armor more than the Fallout 3 and New Vegas. Because in 3 and New Vegas, they're just pieces of gear you equip.
So you can carry it, or
yeah, so you can carry it. You can have your shoulders and your head be power armor, and then everything else normal.
Yeah, it's not like the exoskeleton.
It's not a full suit. Now I do love the power fantasy of the suit, because when the one time I played through, beat almost everything, did Fallout 4, I decided I was going to be a jump pack space marine. So I built my power suit to have the like rocket launchers.
Yeah,
and then I just used the maximum level hammer that I could build. And I would just jump and just wade through enemies with a hammer. And I really enjoyed it. It was like a power fantasy. But I played through Fallout 3 a while back. And it was nice because I was not, like, hindered by the armor. Like, I think I was running, like, fists, helmet, and that was it or something.
Did you not have to power the armor in those editions?
It is literally...
Okay, so once you made it, it was just done.
Yeah, once you find it, it's just, you are done. You just wear it. It doesn't need a power core. 4 is the first time they added the whole power core. Okay. But they also made it an actual like exosuit you're wearing. Not just it's
yeah,
not
because
just
you can wear normal armor underneath it.
it's just
I think
not
it stacks.
stats and gear,
Yeah.
which is what it is in 3 in New Vegas. So, I just don't know which one I like more. I like getting crunchy with my gear and doing stuff with it. So
yeah, no, yeah. So it's been good so far. I like that when I'm like, okay, I know there's a big fight coming up, because that's kind of the way it works. Is you collect a bunch of resources, then you have a big fight, and you spend most of it.
yeah.
So I just had the fight at the castle where you fight the lurker queen or whatever. It's
the Meyer lurker
crab
queen.
people. Yeah,
Yeah.
Milo. Yeah. So yeah, I just did that, and so I was like, oh, I'll just, because he told me, he's like, we need to take the castle back. They didn't say what was holding the castle, so I loaded up expecting to fight people, and so I had all these like precision-based weapons. And
you fought people in a way. They just, they're a little lower on the evolutionary chain. They haven't quite
I
gotten
don't think that's how that works. But yeah, I was like, yeah, I'll just go in and I'll draw their fire, and I'll have power armor and a machine gun, and we'll be fine. And then it's like, this is not. Well, I would have brought my grenade launcher if I thought that's what we were doing.
Find yourself a fat man and just delete.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. So, have you watched anything new lately?
I'm trying to think. I did. I'll give a shout out. I finally got around to watching Violent Night.
Okay.
Which is the David Harbour Santa movie, and it was fantastic. I was so it's just cheesy Christmas puns with violence the entire time.
Yeah.
And I was highly entertained. So recommend that. I haven't really watched any shows recently. I'm waiting on Fallout. I just really haven't had time. I'm doing too many things, so.
Okay, so I know that this happens a lot, but there's specifically this one was one of the movies where it's like somebody must have been pitching this idea around Hollywood, and then multiple studios started making it. Because there's another one called Fat Man. Are you aware of this?
Yes.
I want to see that one. That one looks way better.
I'm down to see both. I'm gonna. My girlfriend was very impressed with Violent Night, and they're coming out with a second one. And they hooked me because, spoiler alert, and I'll pause for a second. But we don't know exactly why, but basically Santa in Violent Night used to be a Viking warrior named Ragmund the Red or something, and he just fucking killed people with a hammer. He killed so many people with a hammer. And then somehow he got cursed to be Santa. And so that is part of the story, is him putting back on the mantle of a Viking warrior to save people, and it's great.
Weird.
It was weird. It was so out of left field. There's a scene, he's just because they introduce him as jaded drunk Santa, right? He's just man, no one respects Christmas anymore. I fucking hate Christmas. I hate being Santa. And then he gets stuck in a situation with violent people, and he's just trying to escape. He is trying to get out of there. He's like, this is not my problem. I need to get out. He ends up fighting. He passes out, and we just see him covered in blood holding a hammer, looking like a Viking warrior. And then he's just shredded, covered in tattoos. It's fantastic. But other than that, I do have some shows I would like to watch. I have a YouTube channel that I very much enjoy called Red Letter Media, and they do movie reviews and stuff.
Yeah.
And they on their most recent episode, they called out two shows. One is Plurbius.
I've heard good things about that.
Which apparently is super good. And the other is a show. I'm going to Google this. Chair Conspiracy Show. The Chair Company, which is...
is this a documentary? It's fiction, right?
No, it's fiction. It's an absurdist humor. And all I know about it is this guy is in a meeting, and his chair collapses on him. And so he goes insane and starts believing there's a conspiracy. And so he starts like digging into this chair company that made the chairs. And I guess it kind of floats that line of like, is this dude nuts or is there a conspiracy going on? And I'm there for it. That sounds right up my alley.
Okay.
And it's like a comedy series, so it's like it's supposed to be funny. What is it on? Oh, it's on HBO. Yeah, it's on HBO. So
moving out of the media section, are you excited for ADEPTICON?
Yes. We had our team meeting for ADEPTICON. We're going to be down to 3 this year. Shout out to Dan. And I'm pretty excited. I think we're going to have a full schedule. I'm going to do affiliation battle Thursday, Trench Crusade tournament Friday, and then there is like a Trench Crusade narrative event Saturday, Sunday that I will probably sign up for because it's very chill, low stakes, the whole thing. And then I won't feel bad if we decide to leave Sunday because I believe Brother and CJ are both gonna try and go. So there's like 128 people for or slots for MCP, like the big one, and they're taking half. So then that will be 64 on Saturday, and then down to top 8 on Sunday. So I think that's how the math works. But like for the Marvel tournament, the big one.
So they're playing down to top 8, but there's 2 flights of 64?
No, maybe there's 64 slots.
So 128 slots would doesn't sound crazy. But that is, I think, like 7 rounds. And so
you're cut off, Brandon. If you're talking, I can't hear. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Sorry, apparently my headset did not charge last night. Alright, cuts. But yeah, so if they're taking 128 people total, it would make sense that they're going to do like 2 flights of 64, which is similar to what they've done in the past. And then you basically just play the top 4 in each one.
Yeah.
And then they take the 2 top 4s from the 2 events and they roll into Sunday.
I'm trying to find it, and then this is being...
This is everyone's final warning. Registration for ADEPTICON opens January 11th, which is going to be probably right around the time this comes out, because this should be coming out on the... Oh, no, it comes out on the 10th. Is it the 10th that goes live? This Saturday, I'm pretty sure.
For tickets?
Yes.
Tickets are this Sunday at noon, I believe.
Okay, so it is Sunday.
Yes.
So if you're hearing this, you should probably be immediately going to the website to get tickets.
Yep, have your stuff. Yeah, there we go. Why did I fucking... They are doing one tournament. It is 128 slots.
Ooh.
So that will be Friday from 9 a.m. till 5.
They'll probably do 3 rounds.
Well, let's see. So 9 to 11, 11 to 1, 1 to 3, 3 to 5. That's 4 rounds if they do 2 hours apiece, hours and a half each.
Right, but they're not going to do 2 hours apiece. They're going to do 2.5 hour rounds with lunch break.
Yeah.
Because no disparagement on ADEPTICON staff, but they're not exactly the best at getting rounds in and out.
No.
Like in the past, you're lucky if it's only a 2.5 hour round.
Well, and they don't do chess clocks, so.
Yeah. I remember the first team tournament I tried to play in there, and we played from 8 to 11, and then they had to cut to top table because they didn't want to keep everyone past 11. We had been playing for like 15 hours, and we had only played 4 rounds. It was absolute insanity.
My computer is not liking this for some reason. That's very strange.
Not liking what, ADEPTICON?
Yeah, I have their schedule pulled up, and I'm trying to just jump to keywords instead of scrolling, and it's like, no, that doesn't exist. I'm like, I know it exists. I've looked at it before. Also, shout out RIP to I just saw the Lord of the Rings tournament. What could have been?
What? What are you talking about?
Oh, they have a small Lord of the Rings tournament, the tabletop game. And I loved it. CJ and I loved that game. Mm-hmm. And they killed it.
You and all 3 other people that played it?
There were 4, and we loved that game. It was a fantastic little game to play. And they did a new edition and just butchered it. I mean, just took it out behind the shed and shot it. And then, like, they started releasing new models, but they had, like, lost the rights to a ton of their extended stuff. So we lost armies, we lost cool models. I believe they actually released models right before they did a new edition, but they forewarned and said these will not be legal in the new edition. It's like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, they kind of did a similar thing to the heresy stuff. They didn't like kill it, but the vast majority of people were not very happy with the spoiled rules. They split the leadership stat into 4 different stats, and so now your model has like 12 stat points that you have to remember, and 4 of them are all just for leadership checks. It's like,
oh my god, that's gonna be brutal. There's no way we play that many. Oh, I found the Trench Crusade.
You can't just read the internet and comment randomly on a podcast, Josh.
I'm listening
You need to explain what you're talking about.
The Trench Crusade tournament, assuming I get in, it looks like there are 24 slots, and it is from 9 a.m. until 8 a.m.
Yeah, it's clearly a mistake.
And Trench Crusade is like an hour and a half game, maybe 2 hours.
They probably meant to put in
maybe they just grabbed
like
the time
a sign
slot.
Up time.
Yeah,
they just type up the time slot box.
Yeah. But yeah, are you excited for ADEPTICON?
Yeah, reasonably so. I'm not 100% what I'm going to do yet. I know I'm going to play in the doubles tournament for Old World, which is going to be interesting.
I've heard that's very fun.
Doubles tournaments can be really fun because it eliminates one of the issues I have, especially with Games Workshop tournaments, is I don't need my opponent to be a social person because I can just go with somebody I don't mind hanging out with.
Yeah.
And that way it's like, oh, if we get shithead opponents, I'll just not talk to them. I'll talk to my opponent or my partner. And we will just basically ignore the fact that they're living people and play a game. Is that you can't do that in a one-on-one, right? Because the only person you have to engage with is the person that you don't want to engage with. Yeah. And so that removes one of the big hurdles for me for Games Workshop events. And it's not just Games Workshop. There's a lot of games. Like, I wouldn't go to a card game tournament at a convention either because I know too many card gamers to... I know what my odds are of hitting the lottery and getting good opponents, and it's not very good.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I'm going to play in that. I believe that is Friday. I think it's Friday. I believe my other options are MCP, which I don't plan on. Play in more Old World events, which I really don't plan on. Or Blood Bowl. And so I'm kind of leaning into Blood Bowl. I pretty much know the rules for Blood Bowl. I need some refresher games.
Yeah.
Blood Bowl because they've changed some stuff since I played a lot. Like, I know the rules of when I played, and so I'd have to figure out the differences. But I would need to... Technically, I have 2 painted teams, but I don't want to play them, so I would probably need to paint up a new team. I still have to build and paint my Old World army for ADEPTICON, so...
Yeah.
Which, by the way, if I build and paint an entire Old World army before you finish a unit of wolves, you get to say 0 words to me ever again.
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
How close are you to that unit of wolves?
Ish.
It's like 2 wolves?
It's 3.
3 wolves? But no riders.
No, 3 wolves and riders done, and then I got to put 2 other guys. So, but it is all about we're gonna ramp up production in the new year because I need to do Marvel painting, need to do Trench Crusade painting, and we're just gonna hum along on some Old World. So slowly but steadily, my friend. then
so I'm a little nervous that GW is going to Lord of the Rings Old World soon. That would be the worst thing ever. But
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Everything I hear is they're kind of letting the guy in charge be in charge of it.
And he's like, if you're gonna want a guy in charge, this is the guy you want in charge.
Yeah.
Like, he does good work. He generally knows what he's doing for the most part.
Yeah.
And he is very much like a hobbyist before a competitive guy.
Yeah.
So
my biggest complaint
he wants cool shit, not this will go to a tournament and do well.
Mm-hmm. My biggest complaint about the game right now is that they need to re-release a rulebook that's functional.
I have been looking for a... You remember, we've talked about this before. They used to do the little, like, 50-page rule books.
Yeah, the pocket books.
The pocket books. I have been looking for someone who has done a pocket book of the rule book.
So you kind of can't, because like the reason the pocket book for 40K works is because there's 30 pages of actual rules. Yeah. There's 200 pages of rules for Old World.
Yeah.
Not to mention, none of the rules are current. They've all been updated. So you need to go through and update everything. And so like I started doing that. I just converted a PDF to editable text, copied it into a Word doc, and I'm just deleting the extra verbiage where they answer they explain the rule 3 separate times, but one's in italics and doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So I'm like deleting that. But then I got distracted and I kind of stopped doing it because it's going to mean that the page numbers don't line up if I do it that way.
Oh,
if I make it smaller, the page numbers won't add up. So it'd be hard. I'd have to like do my own index. And so at that point, I'm just making the rule book from scratch. And that's a little more than I want to do.
Yeah.
But that being said, I was also going to combine, like, you know how there's 2 sections for every rule? There's like the beginner section and the like detailed section.
Yeah.
And it's like they don't have the same information in them, which is incredibly frustrating. And so, yeah, I want to get rid of all that. And then, you can just copy and paste the errated rules over the top of the old rules. And then it's like, what, do I print it out? And so I have this little like paper book I carry around. I don't know. It's just a big pain in the ass. And it's like, this should be someone's job. Like, this is not my job.
Condense it down.
Yeah, the rulebook is horrifically laid out. Like, the index, like, you look at the index, there's not even, like, unit type. It isn't even in the index.
Really?
Yeah, it's absurdly badly organized.
Huh.
There's so many important keywords you just can't look up. You have to just know where they are.
That is not great. Keywords would be amongst the top things I want to be able to look up.
I literally wanted to scream when I looked up. I was like, you go to the section here. I'm going to pull it up real quick because I have it on my computer. Rules, rulebook, and then end. Yeah, the U section is unbreakable keyword, undisciplined keyword, unit size, unit strength, and unstable. So we have 3 specific unit rules, one of which is a subsect of swarm, and then 2 other U's, unit strength and unit size, which are basically the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have unit type. Like, we don't have any of that shit. Like, it's so dumb. Like, in is a pretty popular letter in the English language. We have the necromancy lore, something called needs more nails and no one cares. 2 rules I've never even heard of, and then the necromancy lore. Like, what a useless index.
That's funny.
Completely trash. And so, yeah, my biggest complaint about the game is the physical rulebook. That they've just shit the bed on, like, a fucking $60 book. That should be good, but isn't. Like, CJ bought it and was happy until he started using it, because it looks nice. Like, the pages are good quality, like, it's a well-made book. There's good artwork in it, there's great lores, and then you, like, start using it, you're like, wow, this is just a big pile of words.
Yep. I know, I've only skimmed the rulebook. I haven't done a dedicated sit down and read. But I almost feel like I've learned more just by doing an app that has all the keywords, and you can click on the keyword and be like, what's that do? It's like, it does this. I'm like, fantastic. Yeah. Yes, great.
Right. It gives you just enough information to be dangerous, right? Because you understand the difference of, like, outnumbering and overwhelming. Like, it's a very important distinction, but when you're just reading with no context, it sounds like the same thing.
Yeah. I think someday I would like to attend an Old World event. Not as a serious player, but just to experience it.
Are you guys actually going to be at the store tomorrow? I haven't seen you guys in like a month.
Yes, we will be.
Okay.
So, last week...
I have your stuff that you never showed up to get.
I know, I got to get it. I miscalculated last week. I thought New Year's Eve was Thursday for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
It was not, and I spent most of Thursday trying to find nice, cool darkness with lots of water.
Yeah.
So I was not
the underground cave
yes,
lake that
yes,
you could
cool.
drink.
Something I needed moist coolness to lay in because
Mm-hmm.
I was sweating liquor out my veins. But yes, we'll be there tomorrow. So
Okay, cool. Is there anything other than gaming at ADEPTICON you're excited for? Is there any new game demos you're looking at? Like, are you looking for something to replace Trench Crusade because it sucks, or?
No, I mean, I always like to look around. I am excited because Trench Crusade has started doing plastic kits, and because they want to be able to get into stores, and I'm hoping there will be some surprise plastic kits there. We only have one right now, and their goal, since they did so well, their goal is to not replace, but like have everything plastic where you can buy it, assemble it. You don't need access to a 3D printer or buy from a third service. So, I mean, my 3D printer guy hasn't failed me. He's done very well on all my models. But other than that...
I was going to say, I don't know how that's... I mean, it's good theoretically for the people at large. I don't know how that's good for you.
I mean, I just...
Because, like, are you hoping the store's going to carry it?
We'll just see. We'll see how it goes.
I mean, there is no C. I can tell you right now. There's a short list of people that get to decide this.
Yes. And they all have bribable palms. So.
Oh, yeah? How much money do you think you'd have to get me to order Trench Crusade to stock?
I don't know.
I'll give you a hint. It's north of the amount the product would cost.
$250. I have no idea. But no, I just want to see what they've got there. There aren't any games. There is one I want to look at. And I know it will disappoint me, but I've actually heard nothing but great things about it. And it is the Halo Flashpoint game. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
So
I've played it.
Did you like it?
No.
Okay. Because at first I saw, I was like, fuck yeah, this is gonna be rad, Halo. And then they brought brutes in. I was like, yeah. But then I looked at
it. First impression to me is it's a fun party game for people who play miniatures.
Yeah.
Because it's... What's a good example? I'm trying to think of a game, because the game is incredibly simple because it's designed to be picked up and played very quickly. I'd say it's like X-Wing base complexity. If you can understand how to play X-Wing, you can understand how to play Flashpoint. It's not hard, except instead of a maneuver template with all those different dials and everything you could do, it's just grid movement. And so it's incredibly simple. It's like you get 2 actions, or you get 3 actions a turn, I think it is, and there's 4 or 5 actions you can do. If you walk over something, you automatically pick it up, just like in Halo. But the problem is the game is intentionally random because it's unbalanced.
Yeah.
And so let's say you get your Halo Spartan that's good at sniping, and the sniper rifle spawns next to you. You're like, cool. So you're just gonna get a bunch of kills. There's nothing anybody can do about it. The melee dude that spawns on their side of the map with a pistol isn't gonna be able to do anything to you. And so he's like, okay, I guess you win this round because that guy's gonna kill 6 people before anybody gets to him.
Yeah.
And so it just felt like that. It's just not interesting. It's just paper, rock, scissors in random blitz combat.
Yeah.
Which is what Halo is, right? It's hey, you got a good weapon, you made the roll, you turned the corner, you shot the guy in the face. That's all.
And I will say,
it seemed fine. It's just not something I am interested in doing more than once or twice.
I wanted more Halo the tabletop game and less Halo multiplayer the tabletop game, because it's just designed to be Halo multiplayer the tabletop game. And I'm I would like to make an army of Halo things. And
I don't know if armies in the cards. It is
not a big army.
I will say that they've talked about their plan is to grow upwards, right? That this was the starter to get them into production, and then their plan is to grow. and it's gonna eventually be like skirmish combat, but it's still, I don't know. It does not seem like a game I'm long term interested in playing myself. Yeah. I think there are people who will enjoy it.
Did you see there's a StarCraft tabletop game?
I was about to mention that. I am more interested in the StarCraft game.
I'm not a StarCraft guy. If there was Warcraft, day one, I'm in on. Like, they go, there's a Warcraft tabletop game. I'm like, I will be there day one. Yes. But
yeah, it's
the StarCraft one. The models look good.
It's a skirmish game though. Like, yeah, I don't want like one dude to be like a big portion of my army. I don't know. It's not an army scale game. The whole point of like StarCraft was it was an army scale game.
Yes.
And so, yeah, it's like, hey, here's your 12 models, whatever. It's like, siege tank would be like the size of a shoebox. Like, it's like, this is not what I was expecting. It's probably fine. I mean, I haven't looked at the rules yet, so. The frustration I see is when you walk through the vendor hall at ADEPTICON, which is basically like Toys R Us for miniatures games.
Yeah.
And you walk up and down all the halls where it's like, all right, tell me about your game. And they're like, cool. So imagine World War II, but with chaos. And we're like, all right, great. And it's like, and it's a skirmish game. And right. And it's like, okay. And it's like, blah, blah, blah. It's like, and it's spiel. It's like, all right, go to the next booth. Tell me about your game. So imagine at the end of World War II, there was a rift. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. Is it a skirmish game? Yeah, it's a skirmish game. Next booth. All right. Tell me about your game. Well, it's a skirmish combat game that takes place just after World War II. I'm like, I'm going to fucking kill myself.
But like,
can someone come up with an original fucking idea?
To be fair, when you're there, you're trying to sell a product. You gotta do what people want.
I'm just saying, like, everyone is trying to tap the same fucking market of 6 people.
Skirmish is so much easier to do than a full army game from a production standpoint. Like Guild Wars, Games Workshop is like just had so much more time to do this than.
I mean, Games Workshop's trying to get as skirmishy as it's possible to get.
That's because attention spans are going downhill, and no one can sit and play a 3-hour game anymore.
Well, all the big companies that are trying to monopolize your time, like, you remember when WoW first came out? Did you ever play WoW?
Oh, yeah.
Like, every aspect of that game was designed to take 100% of your attention span. Mm-hmm. If you played WoW, there was no room for anything else. It's like you couldn't play a card game, you couldn't play a miniatures game. You played WoW because it took you 30 minutes to travel from one city to another. And then when you got there, all you were going to do was talk to a guy and go back. Like, everything about the game was you cannot leave your computer. You need to play this game 24/7. And so that's what it feels like now with a lot of miniatures games is like there's a constant rolling update. Like 40K does this a lot. A lot of other companies do it as well, where it's like, well, every 6 months we're going to do a rules balance. And then every 6 months on the other side of the spectrum, we're going to do a points balance. And then we're going to release a annual mission pack. And then also every 3 years we're going to release an edition change. And it's just like, okay, so in a rolling 3-year span, we're going to get a new edition, 3 mission packs, 6 rules updates, and 6 point updates in 36 months. And you're like, that's every other month there's a noticeable change to the game. It's like, that's not what I'm looking for. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want a massive of people every time I go to 2 events. It's not interesting to me. It's like, okay, so there's no time to like feel like this game is an actual game. It's like, it'll be different by the time I turn my head. And it's like, I don't know. I really dislike that, but I think it does drive engagement. I think if you don't do that, you'll have people playing other games because not that they'll get tired of it, it's just they'll be allowed a break. Because right now, I think if you play 40K, you don't really have. If you play 40K competitively, you do not have the option to play another game unless you have a lot of free time.
I will say, yeah, 40K is definitely like you have to devote to it.
Not to mention, for the last year, they've been averaging more than 1 codex a month.
Yeah.
So even if we take all the generic stuff out, there's still 12 plus codex releases a year.
But in their defense, I feel like any game in which you want to play competitively, you are devoting yourself to it.
There's a difference between like playing a competitive version of a game, because I would say like when I play Blood Bowl, I play it competitively because I am trying to win with it. But there's a difference between that and like I'm going to try and place nationally. Like that's a different like level. Like when we play Old World, like I play it fairly competitively, but I intentionally like unplug and I'm like casual about my approach. But the goal is to win. Like, I'm trying to take stuff from my army that wins. I try not to spam the same things over and over again.
Yeah.
As far as I can. But, like, I don't take stuff because it solely looks pretty. Like, that goes into it. But, like, I'm taking stuff that I think is good.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. Like, MCP, like, to play MCP competitively, you don't need to play more than, like, 4 games a month. Like, you could devote 2 game nights a month to staying competitive with MCP. If you're engaging elsewhere, like mentally, you're looking at, like, you know, new lists, you're theorizing, you're spending the mental reps outside the game. You only need to play a handful of games a month to stay competitive. To get there, you have to play a bunch.
Yes, to get there, you definitely got to play a bunch. Mm-hmm. Once you're there, you can kind of coast.
Right. But we live in, this is one of the more active updates periods we've had in MCP over the last few years, where it's like the rules are constantly changing. Like, we just got a bunch of, like, rule updates fairly recently. Like, so you'll have to prep to get familiar with that stuff, test out new lists. But, like, it's nothing compared to what 40K is on the revolving wheel of right now.
Yeah. Anyway. I don't know if I could ever go back to playing 40K. I would try Sigmar
never say
again.
Never, but
I liked Sigmar. I would try Sigmar again, but 40K was just so much.
There's some things that just are gatekeepers, in my opinion. Like the 40K, or sorry, the AOS double turn mechanic. I could never play that game seriously.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care how good the rest of the game is. It's like the Shatterpoint activation deck. I could never play that game seriously. And just because, like, you cannot tell me that the game is going to make massive important decisions for me and expect me to take the game seriously.
I'm a very big fan. I like the I go, you go. I activate a unit, then you activate a unit. To me, that feels more engaging than, like, because I used to, like, when I was trying to get into 40K, I used to watch, like, a ton of battle reports. I would watch the tournaments, everything. And outside of, like, people doing bad fuck-ups, but it was just, like, cool. Turn 1, I go, I move up, I shoot a quarter of your army off the board. You respond. We go from there.
Yeah, old 40K being all you do on your opponent's turn is roll saves. That is the extreme, right? Yeah. Like, it's like, hey, we each have over 100 models. You're going to move and attack, kill 30% of my force, and then I'm going to move and attack, kill 30% of your force. We're just going to tidal wave back at each other until someone wins. That's the extreme of the opposite. I don't mind that play, but it is not ideal.
Yeah.
But on the backside of, you know, playing Infinity or Judgment even, I don't like that either. Like, I don't want the like one activation with constant reactions. Like, Infinity's definitely worse. But I like a Blood Bowl type game where, you know, your turn should take about 3 to 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna go with my stuff again. I think that's more where I'm at for, like, ideal. MCP is okay. I think the model activations is fine, but it's still more you go I go than I want. Like, I think Old World's in an okay spot. I think, you know, you have dispelling their spells, you have charged reactions, you have leadership tests, you have saves. There's a fairly engaging amount of stuff that happens on your turn. Not to mention shared combat phase. I think Old World is about the right spot for engaged on my turn versus not engaged on my turn.
Yeah.
I prefer you go or a full army activations. I want all of your stuff to go, then all of my stuff to go, and then within that, having a little bit of reaction to keep you engaged, I think is good. But I know a lot of people prefer the you go, I go system, the alternating activation style.
Just feels more fair.
I mean, fair is, do the rules make it fair? Like, obviously, you're just shrinking the amount of time between your next activation, right? If the game is balanced for that, I don't think the fairness really comes into it. There are things that can happen in the full army activation versus the individual unit activation that I actually appreciate that you don't get. So, like in War Machine, it was all about layering your order of activations to accomplish certain things. So it's like, all right, well, I know this unit needs to go to buff these guys before they go. And that unit's going to clear a hole for this third unit to land. And somewhere in there, I need to activate my caster to move a buff spell that was on the first unit onto the third unit. But I also need something else to happen before they activate to make like a space or something. So it's all about layering the timing of all of your own abilities and movements going off at the same time in like very complicated ways. And that was really a skill in the game. And I really liked that interaction. And you don't get that really anywhere else. Mm-hmm. And if it's you go, I go, then it's really easy. It's like, oh, I can see what you're doing. I'm just going to literally do anything to move into that space and bog your whole army up. It's like, yeah. So you just don't have that ability. Now, at the same time, I can see people not liking that as a playstyle. It's just something I appreciate.
That's very fair.
It's like a puzzle.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go and jump into Mojo World. I can't remember how to spell this guy's name. All right, this week on Mojo World, we have Colin Farrell movies. All right. Josh, you were not here last week, so I will let you go first. See how gracious I am?
Okay.
I'm so humble. Just ask me. I'll tell you how humble I am.
How humble are you?
So humble. Like, probably the most humble of anyone ever.
I'm gonna die, but I am going to choose Alexander.
That wasn't even on my list.
Okay.
I can only remember about one scene from that movie, and I'm not happy that I remember it. I watched that way too long ago.
Yeah, I would say that's the only one of his that I've probably seen multiple times where he's the lead. So,
yeah, I don't remember disliking Alexander.
It's fine.
I don't remember liking it. All right, here we go. So next up for me, I'm going to go with probably my favorite of his movies, but also just what I would call a good hidden gem. I don't know a lot of people have seen this movie. 7 Psychopaths.
Okay.
Have you seen this movie?
I have not seen this movie.
It is incredible.
You
it is so fucking
have
good.
Told me to watch this movie, so I'm going to open...
You really need to watch it.
I'm going to open this link so that it's
So it's... First off, it's Christopher Walken. So I guess the closest I could explain it is it's like a weird version of like True Romance that's just a comedy.
Okay.
It's not like super. There's not a lot of suspense in it. There's some, but it's very lighthearted through a fair amount of the movie. Actually, now that I say that, the more I think about it, it's actually fairly serious most of the time. But the comedy in it is so perfectly done.
This is a stacked cast.
It is a fucking stacked cast. It is so many good actors. But yeah, the generic plot of the movie is, I want to say the main character is like a journalist. He writes like a column for this newspaper, and he puts in these like fun fictional stories. And Sam Rockwell is a buddy of his, and he starts telling him all these crazy stories, and so he puts those stories in his article, and then shit from Sam Rockwell's life gets pulled into his very serious normal person life, and that just causes his entire life to implode, and the next thing you know, he's stranded in the desert about to die, and it's a crazy fucking movie. It's so good. So I highly, highly recommend it to everybody.
I will give this a watch. Where can I see it at?
It was on Netflix for a long time. I don't know if it still is. The next one I'm going to go with is... I am going to give this one. Horrible Bosses.
Oh, you bastard.
Yeah, I knew you were going to take it. Horrible Bosses. I was on this movie before anybody else. I love this movie.
It tickles
me.
I
mainly wanted to see it because Charlie Day is in it, but it's just a really good movie. Anyway, we're back to you, Josh. You get back-to-back picks.
Okay. I am going to similar theme this. We're going to do Daredevil.
What? Really?
I told you, I've only seen...
There's got to be a better one. Are you just forgetting movies that he's in?
I'm looking at the entire list of movies he's ever been in.
Okay. Man, there's several good ones still.
And then...
I will say that I think the Ben Affleck Daredevil is overly maligned. The movie is not that bad. It is super cheesy.
I am entertained by it, and that's all I ask of a superhero movie, is to be entertained. Mm-hmm. And then the Batman.
I haven't seen that one.
You haven't seen the newest one?
I have heard that his portrayal of Penguin is really good.
It's fantastic. You don't even know it's him. That's how they've layered it, and like he's on there. Yes, and it's on it. That's near the top of the list of things I need to watch.
Okay, Cool. All right. Well, you leave me an obvious choice then. I'm going to go with The Gentleman.
Okay.
If you haven't seen Gentleman, again, highly recommend.
Let's see, where was this?
Wow, I thought I was going to go way deeper on my list. I still have 4 good choices. So going into honorable mentions, I'll go real quick. I have SWAT, when I first fell in love with Colin Farrell. That movie is such a dude bro movie.
Yes.
It's so stupid, but it's so awesome.
I know I've seen that movie because I know who I hung out with in middle school when this came out, and I could not tell you the actual plot of that movie other than action.
There isn't a plot. The plot is... actually, Jeremy Renner is in it, speaking of. Yeah.
There's like a betrayal or something, right?
Yeah, just so him,
Okay.
They're like former Navy or like U.S. Marines or something, and they join a SWAT team, and Samuel L. Jackson's SWAT team commander, and like he's a hard. It's like what is it called? What's the name of the fucking movie? Bad Boys. It's like Bad Boys, but for SWAT team. Yeah, it's just like this is so unrealistic. Anyway, SWAT is amazing. Total Recall was acceptable as a remake. But the least bad thing I can say about it is I don't remember parts of it I hated, but I also don't remember anything I really liked other than the cast. They did have a stellar cast. Then movies I actually like Minority Report and Phone Booth was surprisingly good if you haven't seen it.
Once again,
psychological thrillers.
I have seen it, and I can tell you it's been 20 years since I've seen that movie.
Yeah.
It's been a very long time. Mm-hmm. It's the same with I almost called out Fright Night because I remember seeing that and liking it, but I was like, I don't remember the last time I think I watched it the year it came out, and I've just never watched it again. So he did Fright Night and Horrible Bosses in the same year. That's crazy.
Yeah. No, he was all over the place in that time span. Like, if you look at his movies, he's like in a 10-year gap, he's made like 30 movies.
Yeah.
And then he kind of like relaxed for a while.
Yeah, because it's like 95, 99, 2000, 2000, 2001, 2001, 2002. It's like he was doubling up on
bam, bam, bam,
he had 1, 2, 3, 4. He had 5 movies in 2003. Now, these aren't probably him starring in all of them. He's got some pots in them, but...
do you have any honorable mentions? I know you're digging pretty deep.
Nope. Like I said, I remember
notes.
Fright Night. You called out the ones I liked. I didn't mind Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, but he's not.
I forgot he was in that.
Yeah, he is. I kind of wish they would have just stuck with him as opposed to going with Johnny Depp, who they eventually replaced. I only saw the first one.
So I think they were always going to switch off of Colin. I think that was the plan.
Yes. Because that's
that's like the plot,
the big
right?
reveal to hook you into the trilogy.
But Johnny Depp turning into Mads is no complaints, but like it's just weird.
It was fine.
Yeah. Anytime you have someone who can shapeshift, it's just like, we just replace them where we want. Yeah. It is kind of cool that this like dark wizard guy has been played by a bunch of different good actors.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we can't get a single good one for Doctor Doom.
We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know. I have not watched... that's not true. I watched my boy, Thor.
I've avoided all...
I watched his Doomsday trailer. That's it. I have not watched any others.
All trailers. I'm going to repeatedly say that anytime you bring it up.
My only consternation is, if I remember correctly, the release date for Doomsday is the exact same day as Dune Part 3.
Oh, no.
And I care about Dune and Dune Part 3. It's going to be a wild ride. Buckle up. Because if it does well, we get the giant... I almost said lizard and I would have jumped out of a cliff. Giant worm god king man. And I'm down. I'm so down for it.
Okay. Cool. I really wanted to have a whole bunch of new stuff built for vampire accounts for tomorrow, so I could try out some new units, but I have done 0 stuff for my own models recently. So
it's the holidays. Holidays are for resting.
Dude, it was so brutal. So I did our entire inventory with the help of my wonderful employees, but I counted, I think, every single item in the store. Because inventory is basically a 2-person job. You have one person entering the information. You have one person checking the information. And so I think I did every single item in the store this year. I was one of the 2 people at every moment. Yeah. Josh did a lot too, but oh my God. So we had just over 6,000 line items that we had to count. So we did all of that in 3 days. Or I did all that in 3 days.
That'll do it, dude.
Yeah, so it was that, then just normal busy work stuff, end of year, like accounting crap. Then, obviously, football season had come to a head, and so stacking football on top of that. Then, of course, the only time in the history of my D&D game that we've ever been on a regular schedule and not missed games was this fucking 2-month period. It's like every week we were playing, it felt like, goddamn. And so all of that, Etsy blew up. Since October, I've had something like, God, what is it? I pulled it up earlier. Now I'm curious. I want to check. It's been like 75 Etsy orders in the last 4 months. Yeah. It's been a crazy amount.
Oh, you've been busy, huh? But
I've been super busy.
I figured that you were going to, with the holidays coming around, that for sure it was all going to tick up.
It's not that. It's the Blood Bowl, the new season came out. And I also leaned really hard into the Blood Bowl stuff since then. So I've expanded the catalog I had on Etsy by like double to add more units, more teams and more star players than I've ever had listed before. And because that coincided well with the new edition. So yeah, I've just been pumping shit out.
Yep.
I checked earlier. I've sold 25 troll big guys.
Huh, really?
Since October.
That's crazy, dude.
Just since October, I sold 25 trolls.
That's like, what, 2 a week? 3 a week?
Yeah.
At least 2 a week.
It is October, November, December. So that is 14 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm selling over 2 a week, basically.
Yeah.
Like right now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Next page. 5, 6, 7. 7 right now on order that I'm in the process of printing and packaging and shipping.
Well, best of luck, buddy.
Yeah. So if you want Blood Bowl stuff, let me know.
Okay.
Yeah. I am excited. I definitely will totally have time to build, assemble, and paint a whole Old World army before March.
I was like, May is generous, buddy. You got it's a lot quicker than that.
Yeah, I remember it was like, oh yeah, we have a month before we even have to register. That was yesterday, I think. No, it's like this weekend.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to really put some numbers in. We were actually waiting for registration because like they don't have the specific details for the event listed yet, and so I need to talk to the guy and ask him if 3D printed models are acceptable, and that will depend on if I print stuff or if I borrow stuff. If I'm borrowing stuff, I don't really have to paint it. So
yeah.
But yeah, cool. All right, well, that will probably wrap it for us today. Hopefully you guys had a good time. This has been Brandon.
And Josh.
And you just listened to Go Register for ADEPTICON now!
So what are we going to call this thing?
I got it. Okay. Incredible, new, fantastic, astonishing, mighty, original, uncanny, sensational podcast.
I'm just going to put down infamous.